To the daily antidote of song. Sally, we're so glad to sing with you. Candace and Bryn making us look and sound so good. Joe is driving from New Hampshire to New York. Thank you, Joe, for bringing us together. Hello, Trish in BC, David and Elsie in Oakland. Hello, Adele on your iPhone, Louise and Carolyn in Boise, Dory and Ollie. Carolyn and Nancy in California, one of our wonderful song leaders. Susan G in Cincinnati, and Bonnie in Boise, and Bob and Jamie in Victoria, Sue in Seattle, Sheila in Florida, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Storm in Massachusetts also, Sarah and Ann in Knoxville, Tennessee, Julie and Deborah in Kentucky or somewhere. Kevin. Oops, that's not Kevin, that's Arlene. But hello, Arlene. Where am I? LMG. Cat in Vermont. And Moon in Alexandria. Hello, Kim in Vancouver Island. Hello, Kathy in Colorado. Kathy, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Caroline in DC. Hoda in BC. Gary on the road, be careful, watch where you're going. Cricket dancing in Maryland. Hello to the curly tops in Vermont. Mabel and the Bears. And Joe driving in Kay in Texas. And Ned in California. If I didn't get you on the way in, I'll be sure and get you on the way out. It's so good to see all of you here on the Daily Antidote of a Song. Hello, everyone. So happy to see you. Sally, welcome once again to the Daily Antidote of Song. We're so excited to sing with you today. And let us know what you've got going, and let's take it away.
Okay, well, I thought maybe we'd just start with a song and talk later. So this is a song I wrote a long, long, long time ago, and you're welcome to all sing along with it. I'm going to use a little shaker to accompany it, but it's Circle of the Sun, and it just goes through the life cycle of all of us. Yes, grab your shakers. It's a good idea. So it goes like this. Babies are born in the circle of the circle of the sun on their birthing day. Babies are born in the circle of the circle of the sun on their birthing day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. But babies are born in the circle of the circle of the sun on their birthing day. And children take their first step in the circle of the circle of the sun on their walking day. They say it again. Children take their first step in the circle of the circle of the sun on their walking day. Chorus. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. But children take their first step in the circle of the circle of the sun on their walking day. And children speak their first word in the circle of the circle of the sun on the talking day. Children speak the first word in the circle of the circle of the sun on the talking day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. But children take the first word in the circle of the circle of the sun on the talking day. I hope to be married in the circle of the circle of the sun on my wedding day. Well, you know, I was married in the circle of the circle of the sun on my wedding day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. But I hope to be married in the circle of the circle of the sun on my wedding day. And I hope to die in the circle of the circle of the sun on my dying day. And spreading my ashes in the circle of the circle of the sun on my dying day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, Wind and rain to the east and the west, but spreading my ashes in a circle of the sun, circle of the sun on my dying day. And babies are born in a circle of the sun, circle of the sun on their birthing day. Babies are born in a circle of the sun, circle of the sun on their birthing day. Clouds to the north, clouds to the south, wind and rain to the east and the west. But babies are born in the circle of the sun, circle of the sun on their birthing day.
Oh yeah, so beautiful. That's an all-time favorite hit in the folk music world. So many
Oh,
people I
thanks.
see nodding heads, everyone. That's such a great song.
Um,
Wow. Yeah,
it was fun having everybody shake her along.
I know. You've been writing songs for a long time, and you've got a lot going on this summer. Tell us a
I
little bit about
do.
what's up. Yeah.
Well, I have a lot going on this summer, but it's not a whole lot of gigs, but it's great fun. We're going up to Nova Scotia with our friends Jeff and Lisa. Jeff is a fiddler, Jeff Davis, and he and we are going up. He's playing at the Lunenburg Festival. We are not. We're just going up for fun, and we'll be in Nova Scotia for about a week, and then we're going on up to PEI, to Prince Edward Island, where we're going to go visit a couple of friends, and we'll do a little benefit concert for a local music camp while we're there, not for pay, just for fun. And so, it'll be a wonderful little vacation trip. We get to take a ferry, actually two ferries, and it'll be lots of fun. I love traveling by ferry. So we'll be driving a lot, and when we get back on August 9th, we'll be home for about a week, and then I go off to Campers Week, which is run by the Country Dance and Song Society of America, and it's over in Plymouth, Mass. And that one, unfortunately, folks, there's a huge waiting list to get in, so you probably won't have much chance getting in at this late date. But it is so much fun. It's up on Long Pond and Round Pond near Plymouth, and just a gorgeous place to spend hot summer days, and lots of music, lots of dance. Then the week after that, at the same camp, I get to be at camp for 2 weeks,
Wow.
is TradMad, or it stands for Traditional Music and Dance. And that's run by the New York Pinewood Society. And that one, there's definitely, I think, still room if you wanted to go. And it is a real gas that it's all grown-ups. Well, no, that's not true. Some people bring their kids. And it's great music, great dance. Last year we made a quilt for Reggie Harris, who was supposed to be there but couldn't be, and because he was ill, and so we made him a quilt to hopefully help him get well.
You do a
And,
quilting class?
it wasn't really a quilting class, but I had a sewing machine set up, and I sewed all week, and or all week actually. So it was really really fun,
Nice. There's a
and
lot of quilters here in this room, as you know.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm excited about, I wish I lived in the Midwest because you and Claudia Schmidt are doing like an entire month of touring in the Midwest.
We are, but before I go to that one, let me just finish by saying after TradMed, I'm finishing TradMed on Saturday morning or Friday morning, I guess, and get in the car and drive to Winter Harbor, Maine. And that's a gig that if anybody is near Winter Harbor, Maine, or knows anybody who's there, they could come up to it's Scudic Arts for All at the Hammond Hall. It's a wonderful place. It's kind of like singing inside of a roll top desk. It's got those the paneling that's
Wow.
like I don't know what you call it, but anyway, it's all wood inside, and it's really pretty.
Oh, I bet
So
the acoustics are amazing.
yeah, and that area, boy, I recommend people go up there and spend the weekend or a whole week. It's just gorgeous up there, and it's right near the Scudic Point, which is a national park, I think. Gorgeous. So anyway, I'll be there August 30th or 31st. I forget. Yeah, I
Is that
think
near Georgia?
Near Georgia. No, it's not. Sorry, sorry.
Oh.
But then after that, okay, so it's August 30th. Yeah, Friday, August 30th at 7 o'clock. That'll be fun. And then I get back and I'm home for 5 days, and then off we go on a big swing to the Midwest. We're going up to visit good friends in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and then Claudia and I have gigs in Duluth and in Grand Marais, um, the Ginkgo Coffee House in Minneapolis, then Winona, Wisconsin, and Madison, Wisconsin. So we're doing a bunch of gigs there. Those will be on my website if they aren't already, and then we're playing. There's one more. Oh, Howie and I are playing in Bloomington, Indiana, on our way to the Gotta Get Gone. I think it's called the Gotta Get Gone, or it's called the, I don't know. It's the one that the Society of Greater Washington, Folk Song Society of Greater Washington sponsors. And I can never remember. There's so many of these wonderful weekends that happen, um, uh, and I always forget what the names of each of them is. I'm looking at my calendar right now. Let's see, what does it
They all
say?
have hilarious and fun names.
They do. They always have little strange names. Okay, October. Here we go. It is the. Oh, and Claudia and I are doing in October. We're doing a concert in Belfast and one in Brunswick, Maine. Both in Maine. And we're also looking for other concerts in Maine. So if anybody has any ideas, that would be much appreciated. The Getaway. That's what it's called. The Getaway, and it's the Folk Song Society of Greater Boston, Greater Washington sponsors this weekend, and it's a weekend of, all the people that are there share different workshops and sing-alongs and stuff, and it's just another great music weekend. So that'll be on our way back from Bloomington, and then after that we get to go home. So we'll be home, mostly home in October, except that in October, Claudia and I go up to Maine. And that'll be fun. I was going to tell you too. I'm a member of the First Time String Band. I play in a contradance band
Oh,
with Howie, my husband, who plays banjo, and Jeff Davis plays fiddle. And then we're called the First Time String Band because it's always like the first time. You never know who's going to show up. Dan Lanier comes and he plays mandolin and fiddle. So sometimes we have two fiddles. It just depends on who shows up. And Deck Kniforth plays bones and harmonica, and he's fabulous. So anyway, we'll be doing a bunch of dances. We're going to be playing one in Middletown, Connecticut, October 12th, and excuse me, we're playing one in September on the 6th. Pardon me. September 6th for the Quiet Corner Contradance in Coventry, Connecticut, and then on the 7th in New Haven. Their Contradance in New Haven.
whew, I'm exhausted just thinking about your schedule.
I am too.
Yes, but music revives and gives energy, so I'm sure
Yeah.
that will be wonderful. Well, you are such an amazing songwriter, and you have so many songs that I think you're going to do a second song for us to close us out. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Pardon
With
me, I just need to get something to blow my nose. 1 second.
absolutely. She's got her dulcimer back there, and I believe she's going to do one with a dulcimer, which is very exciting. And this is a song. I know you wrote this song for me, even before you met me, before you even knew I existed, right? Because I've been out in my garden this morning, picking blueberries, blackberries, tomatoes, peppers,
Well,
and
that's why I wanted to sing this today, because I figured probably a lot of people have been out in their gardens. And I wrote this song for the Michigan 4 H Club Children's Garden when they inaugurated
oh,
it. And they had all these different gardens. They had a color garden and a fabric textile garden and an
oh,
alphabet garden and a sound garden, and just all kinds of things. And so that's how I wrote this. And you can't really see it. I could cut off my head and you can see the dulcimer. Should I cut off my head so you can see the dulcimer, or should I?
Maybe split the difference because we like to see your head.
Let's
There,
see.
we
Maybe we
see
can do
both.
that.
That's
Oh, there we
good.
go.
That's good.
That's pretty close. Okay. So, for all of you people out there, all you have to do is repeat after me. So I'm gonna sing a line, and then you just repeat it after me, and it'll work in your home to do that for one person at a time. Um, and I will not be singing the repeats. However, we will sing the song twice because it's very short. So it goes like this. We'll start out with you guys repeating. Gonna plant me a garden, gonna plant me, gonna make it grow, gonna make it grow, gonna water it well, gonna water it well, gonna weed and hoe, gonna weed and hoe, gonna plant me a garden, gonna plant me a garden, neath the sun above, and the seeds I'll plant are the seeds of love. Gonna plant me a garden, gonna make it grow, gonna water it well, gonna weed and hoe, gonna plant me a garden, neath the sun above, and the seeds I'll plant are the seeds of love. Gonna plant them in the yard for my friends to see. Gonna plant them for you, gonna plant them for me. With a little bit of care, they'll grow to be flowering rainbows across the sea. And when they've grown from shore to shore, our sisters and brothers all around the world will harvest fruits brought by the dove. And in those fruits are the seeds of love. Gonna plant me a garden, gonna make it grow, gonna water it well, gonna weed and hoe, gonna plant me a garden neath the sun above. And the seeds I'll plant are the seeds of love. Gonna plant them in the yard for my friends to see. Gonna plant them for you, gonna plant them for me. With a little bit of care, they'll grow to be flowering rainbows across the sea. And when they've grown from shore to shore, our sisters and brothers all around the world will harvest fruits brought by the dove. And in those fruits are the seeds of love. Last time now. Gonna plant me a garden, gonna make it grow, gonna water it well, gonna weed and hoe, gonna plant me a garden neath the sun above. And the seeds I'll plant are the seeds of love. And the seeds I'll plant are the seeds of love.
Yes. Oh, I love
Oh,
it so
and
much.
I want to give a particular shout out to Nancy Schimmel, who's out there. It's just such a delight to see you. I miss you. Hi. And to
Yes.
everybody else as well. I know a lot of you from my old days as the days of Song a Day Keeps the Virus Away. But I have to say, Daily Antidote has me well beat. Almost 4 times as many days.
Well, doing it all yourself was a lot. So glad you're back out in person.
Yeah, well, it was fun. It was fun doing it.
Great. Well, thank you, Sally. Thank you so much for both of your songs and all of your songs. So much music that you've put out into the world that has grown with each of us singing your songs.
And
So
I
great.
appreciate that no end.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, well, I think if there are no announcements, Bryn, is there anything I should be telling folks about? We've got a good, wonderful week coming up with lots of great song leaders, but you all know that. You show up and see who's here. So I think it's time for me to say thank you so much, Sally, for singing with us. Thank you to Nancy and David and Elsie. Thank you for everyone who come in on the live stream. Thank you, Trish in Victoria and Bryn in Vermont. Thank you, Carolyn, with beautiful flowers from your garden. Thank you, Dory and Ollie. Thank you, Susan G. in Cincinnati. Thank you, Bonnie in Boise. Arlene in Berkeley. Thank you, Bob and Jamie and Sue in Seattle. Thank you to those of you that have names that end with E that rhyme with all those things we're saying. And Sheila in Florida. Thank you, Candace, for doing all this tech stuff to keep us all together. Thank you, Bob and Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts. Thank you, Storm in the Zoomiverse. Thank you, Anne in Knoxville. Thank you, Carolyn and Kat in Vermont. Thank you, Kim in Vancouver. Thank you, Caroline in DC. Thank you, Kathy in Colorado. And Dan in Vienna. That's Virginia, not Austria. And Hoda in BC. Thank you, Louise in Devon, UK. Adele on your iPhone. Cricket dancing in Maryland. And the curly tops in Vermont. Thank you, Aloysius in Massachusetts. Joe driving from New Hampshire to New York. Thank you, Kay in Texas. Annette in California. Thank you, Sarah, Elizabeth, Julie, and LMG. Donna in VT. Anne in Silver Spring. And Ruth and Clive in Birmingham. Marcia in Huntsville, Ontario. Someone on their iPhone. Be careful if you're driving. And Deborah in Kentucky. Thank you, everyone, for being together on the daily antidote of song. Have a beautiful Sunday and see you this week.
Take care.
Bye, Sally.
Bye, Lee.